Hey, it's Kevin with Fabrk AI. This is part two. I am building a Trello agent or updating the Trello agent using the GitHub agent to help me do it. So the AI is writing the code, adding it to GitHub. This is the second in the series, and so the first one we ran into an issue where it couldn't find the location of the file where to put it in the repository. So I did figure that out, and I just gave it explicitly and was able to write it. So here we go. We could see the code has been successfully added to this AI create Trello card file in this branch, and so it actually even gave me the location here. So we're just going to open this. So here's the file, and I did review the code in the last video, and it looks like it's creating the correct code. I'm just going to create a pull request here so that we can kind of see it update. Add upsert functionality for Trello cards. I like that, except it's going to be a little bit more robust than that. So I'm just going to put this here and add it to a list because it's going to be more than that. So I'm just going to say, this is a bad title, but we're going to say flesh out Trello tool, AI tool calling. Okay. All right. So we're going to create that. And then I'm not going to review the code just yet. Obviously you're going to do this this is a PR, and so you're going to want to do your pull request. You're probably even going to want to pull this down. I mean, AI wrote it, so you're going to want to pull it down, make sure it runs, test it locally, all that sort of thing. But just at a very high level, essentially, in the last video, I mentioned what I wanted to do here, but I want to try to create, read, or create, update, and delete all in one function, so that there's only like two functions per endpoint that we need. So in Trello, like there's going to be read the boards, update the update the boards, cards, read the cards, and then one tool to create, update or delete them. So and that way you don't have to do CRUD for, there's instead of 4 operations, there's 2 operations basically. So anyway, I'm using the agent to help me do this. So we're going to move on from this one. We do need a tool to read the cards. So let's do that now. Let's say, actually, we're going to need another bit of functionality in this. So I'm going to say, let's see if it gets this. If it doesn't, we'll figure it out. Add some code to the Trello .repository.ts file to read get the list of cards based on a board and list. That was a little disjointed, but we'll see if it is able to get that. Basically, what I want it to do is write another function. All right, so it's getting the file content. There we go. So it's writing the code for me. So here's the, there we go. Perfect. This is cool. So instead of, I need to update, so like the code here in Fabrk appears a little nicer. It would be great to have like a black background here, so I didn't need to do that. But I'm going to show you what's happening here. So it's updating this file here, and we have the create card, but you'll notice at the bottom here we don't have the list the cards. So it just wrote that for me, so that's cool. So I'm going to say write. Or actually, let's just use this because I like using this. Write that code to that file. This is what tripped us up in the last video. And so, oh, it's still writing. Look at that. Write that code to that file. Oh, wow. Did it do it?
The Trello.repository.ts file has been successfully updated with the new functions to fetch cards on a list and...
All right, now we're cooking. Let's see if we are able to do this. It added it. All right, cool. So we're working pretty fast here. I think what I want to do is actually grab instead of like me looking at it in GitHub, I'm just going to grab it locally. So let's do that now. Here's server. I'm in the main branch. What's this branch called? It's called the, and you can see already that this, like you saw that little flash. So basically it's adding, it added 2 bits of code. It added this upsert, changed that from create to an upsert, which with the logic of checking for an ID. And then if there is an ID, then update. If not, then create. And then this is the code get cards from list. So that's awesome. Created that. Cool. So we got that, and then we should have 2 files changed here. Perfect. All right, let's keep going. So let's see, what's the next thing we need to do? So this is for cards. So we have cards. So I want to create the same type of files. So in the Trello repository, I want to have the same type of file for lists and the same type of file for boards. Now, one of the things about AI is, and with a coding agent, humans, when we program, we like to kind of group the functions all in the same file, right? So this is 92 lines. But what's going to happen now, if I keep doing it in the same file, this file is just going to grow and grow and grow. So this is something for another post, but I think over time, we're going to have to be okay with more files, right? So like this file should be like the Trello, card repository file or something like that. So I'm going to actually create a new file for the list, and then I'm going to update this to Trello.list.repository or something like that. So let's see if the AI can do that now. I'm going to say, can you create another file in the Trello directory? And the file name should be Trello.list.repository.ts. Let's see if it's going to get that. All right, so it got that, and let's see if it's going to get it, add it to the correct directory here. We have here, I'm just going to create the Trello dot, what did I say, list dot repository.ts. Okay. All right, so now we have the file, so now hopefully it'll be able to find it and write to it. I'm going to just say, try to write the file again. The file name is Trello.list.ts. When it can't find the file, right? So here we go. So there we go. Now it has it. So let's pull this down instead of like looking in GitHub all the time. So we'll git pull, and what is this? I don't know. Did I just do this? Oh no, that's that, and it just auto save that stuff. So we're just gonna get rid of that. Okay, and then we're gonna pull down what the AI just wrote for us. Git pull. Cool. And it wrote the list. Boom. Okay, this is great. So here's the list. This is awesome. Look at this. It even used all these functions, helper functions. Now this is duplicated, right? So like this is also here. So when we go back in, we're going to want to export that and just have it in one place. The dry, keep everything in one place, one method. Okay, so get card on list. This looks correct, and then we have the get list on board, but we don't have like the update. Okay, let's add it. Let's ask it to update it. Can you add an upsert method to the Trello.list.repository.ts file? So you can see kind of how this is evolving. This is when you watch like Tony Stark, he's like asking the tools to just do it for him instead of actually doing it. And so that's kind of where we're getting to here. We're just like talking to the AI and it's actually doing stuff for us. So pretty cool. You could see where this is definitely speeds up the development. A lot of this is boilerplate code, right? So it's like going in and being able to add this stuff that I would take me some time to do, but really it's not like super hard to create. It's just like using the reference. But so pretty powerful stuff here. I think that this is great. All right, let's see. So it added the upsert. Let's pull this down, see what it looks like. checking the work, and upsert. All right, here's a problem that we just saw here, right? Um, it just cleared away the previous methods. So this is one thing that you gotta figure out as you go is working with AI and making sure that it doesn't break things. In this case, it did, right? Like it already wrote other methods in a different commit, and then just basically blew those away and rewrote the file. But again, that kind of shows to what I said previously, which is, if you have smaller files, you won't really run into this problem. And so I think that's probably the solution here. But again, then that what you're doing is you're making one method per file, which I don't think is reasonable. So anyway, I'm gonna pause here and then fix this, and we'll probably come back and do some more. Thanks.